Hey folks, just a quick video on how to change your ejector hammer springs on your Browning Citori so that you can have extractors instead of ejectors. I just picked up this new 825 Sporting, and it's nice to have the extractors so you don't have to go chase the shells each time at all the stations, or it would work, for trap or any other clay discipline. But here's how you do it. You're going to want to start by disassembling your forearm. The first piece, this release lever, usually generally pretty tight, so you may need to use a pin and lightly tap the top of that until this releases enough that it will come out. And then the hammer spring assembly may also require a little tap, but you can access that on the bottom side and just lightly tap. And this is a brand new gun, and it actually came right out with just a one little tap. And that helps avoid marring your stock with your pliers if you accidentally slip. The extra step may be worth it. Then find yourself an old pair of channel locks that you don't really care about. You can see on this pair, I kind of cut out that whole top piece, and then with a little small angle grinder, just notched it out, and then used a little buffing wheel to smooth all the edges and take out the teeth here so that it doesn't mar the ejector hammer pins. But without touching the bottom of the pin down here, this is the original stiff spring. You see how it just guides right on there and releases, no problem. And it's a lot easier if your ejectors are in the released position, so they're forward, and there's this little piece here is on a spring. You'll just push that down, and then it goes forward and takes the tension off the spring. I don't know if that was too high, but you see this little piece in here. It's a soft enough spring that you can actually depress it with your finger. And then that pushes the hammer forward and releases the pressure on the spring. Then I'm going to just take the original stiff spring, take the soft one. And this is soft enough that you actually don't even need the pliers. It's a really soft spring. And there you have it. I now have extractors instead of ejectors. It's that simple. And once you've done it once, it's a process that will take you 5 minutes to 10 minutes tops. The key is, without having to hassle and use an old pair of pliers and marring your pins, is just hand making a little tool. This is something any of the Browning gunsmiths would do as well, since there isn't a specific tool for it. Hope that helps. Okay, let's do the finished product. Get a couple of snap caps here. There we have it. Extractors, not ejectors. Love it. And love this new 825 as well. If you're thinking about getting one, or you're kind of curious about what the changes are, the things I noticed right off the bat are the new silver nitride receiver. That 725 had that, it was kind of a finish that actually wore off and could rub and have discoloration, but this new silver nitride is much better. The barrels are kind of a matte black instead of shiny. It's kind of a sexy look. I really like it. They got rid of the porting, which was so annoying, so hard to clean. Just a much cleaner look. They finally got rid of that real sharp fore end that everybody really had lots of bad comments about. Now it's not quite a schnabel fore end, but it's rounded and thick. It won't chip Looks really good, feels good. They claim they updated the trigger to the Firelight 2. We'll see about that when we get it out on the range and test it out. The one thing I really like is the safety. They increased the profile on all 4 sides, so there's a more positive grab with your thumb when you're switching barrels or going from safe to fire. I really like that raised profile. It just feels so much better, and there's a softer feel, more ergonomic feel on the throw lever. I think that's kind of like the highlights. Oh, the one other thing was they increased the radius or diameter of the hole, so your finger actually fits inside. It's much bigger compared to the old style, which was a little more narrow. I think that's all I can think of, but it's I've been really impressed with it, and gonna go test it out this weekend.